Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
All right, so first of all, I want to say I'm definitely not going to cry.
You sure?
I'll verify that, so we're definitely not doing that. And also, I'm appreciate it. I'm excited that I'm able to speak with all of you right now. The first reason is because Reynolds had a chance to talk before me. And I know for a lot of you who are pretty new with the organization, you walk up to me thinking I'm Reynolds Akumal. I'm not Reynolds. Right? All right, anyways, so I'm going to share with you folks a couple of things that I feel obviously that helped me over the last 13 years of being here. There's a lot of new people, so I'm going to try to keep this as basic as possible. The first thing that actually helped me throughout my 13 years, first one is faith. One of the things I do is I'm not religious, I would say to a certain degree, but every morning I pray. I believe in a God, and I ask for blessings, and I actually am very thankful for everything that I do have and everything that I've achieved over the last 13 years, and obviously what's going to happen in the future. So you need to have some form of faith. Faith in yourself, faith in some form of God, or at least faith in what exactly you're doing. Second thing is having a belief system. When I first started here, like Theo said, I wasn't the best at what I'm doing, but at the same time, I had to believe in who I am and give it all I have to make it what it is. And at the same time, what I realized was the more belief I had in myself, that trickled down to everyone who was around me. Because when I started here, I had struggles, and there were people who basically tried to convince me to leave this organization. And I'm pretty sure for good reasons. I wasn't executing the way I was supposed to. However, because I believed in myself, I started doing a lot more, working harder, and those things turned into obvious results. And believe it or not, once the results started coming aboard, guess what? Everyone else around me started believing more in this opportunity. And I'm saying that because this has allowed me to achieve a lot of goals that I've had, do for my family things that I feel personally wasn't possible for me throughout my life growing up. For example, I just had an opportunity about 2 weeks ago where I was able to, I would say, ship one of my little ones out to college. And that for me is a pretty good, I feel really good about that because I never had an opportunity. With that said, my wife asked me when I was driving back if I'm proud of the fact of sending my daughter off to college.
Which college?
Morgan State University. She asked me if I was proud of the fact of obviously having one of our kids go out to college, and I'm definitely proud. But what I said to her was I'm more excited about the end product, the finished product. Now they're off. She's been given an opportunity to go to college. I'm hoping that she stays focused and do exactly what needs to be done to obviously get a degree and make the best of her opportunities as it is. The third thing here for me is discipline. I say this all the time, and I think some of us don't really get it, but you have to have discipline in this business. You have to treat this deal as if it's a 9 to 5. And when I say 9 to 5, I'm not saying that you're clocking in and clocking out. But you want to have the mindset because realizing that no one is over you every single day. No one is, I would say, micromanaging you. We all want you to be successful here, especially as a leader, and achieve personal goals. But what I do realize is when we think that certain times people are not looking over us, we tend to slack off a lot. But realize that the results team is really what determines what you put into this deal. You guys with me on this?
Yeah.
So you have to have a 9 to 5 mindset where if you get up in a day and you say you're gonna go and work, you actually go ahead and work. Because the numbers typically never lie. And I say discipline because think about it this way. I go to the gym every once in a while. I try to work out. And yes, I feel, my vision at some point is to possibly have the physical appearance or the body of Idris Elba. Right? Here's the deal though. Here's the deal. I'm also conscious that I'm basically not disciplined enough with my eating habits and my consistency working out in the gym. So I have to come to the realization that there has to be some level discipline for me to get to that level. And I want to say this because in our business, it's the small disciplines that you have that's going to get you the biggest results or the biggest reward. Some of us, like Jason said, want to be top producers, but at the end of the day, we're not willing to stay in our phone rooms until 9:30 p.m. to make that last phone call. That is actually going to be that one presentation that gets you over the hump. Some of us don't want to go out there earlier than 4 o'clock when our first appointment is at 4:30 to start door knocking, get your blood flowing, get in a home, and get the ball rolling. Some of us don't want to come in on a weekend for weekend phones because everyone else that we know, they're home on weekends watching TV and hanging out. But I promise you that if you put the hard work in on the front end, which is basically making deposits in yourself and your business, a couple of years from now, you're going to be making a lot of withdrawals while everyone else is, working their butts off trying to get to where you are. Is everybody with me on that? Yeah. So that's discipline. The next thing is stay sharp. Stay sharp. And I'm not talking about just the way you dress, even though that helps. Because, they say perception is 9/10 of the law. And, someone else's perception of you becomes your reality. If you don't look like you're doing well, chances are the person that you're interacting with will feel the same way. Growing up, my mom always said to me, the way you look should never, someone should never determine if you have money or not based upon the way you look. So my understanding of that is even if I'm broke, I want to look rich. You guys with me? Yeah. But I'm not talking about the way you dress. I'm talking about your business. Ray said it earlier. You have to learn to improve. You have to improve every single day. Some of us come into this deal and we take it for granted. We come in, we know that we're supposed to learn our presentations. And basically, if we actually present to someone, we make a sale, but we don't try to get better on a daily basis. We go through the motions in life. And the one thing I know is if you go through the motions in this business, in a year from now, 2 years from now, 5, 10 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to say that the opportunity was not worth it. However, if you try to improve every single day, get better at something, looking back at this in a couple of years from now, you will all be in a better place. Okay? And surround yourself with positive people. Right? Surround yourself with positive people. Think of it this way. It's like going out to eat. Okay? If you go to a restaurant, you had some bad food early in the day. Late at night when you go home, you probably wake up out of bed feeling some cramps. And chances are you're going to be drained out. Some of the people that you surround yourself with are just like bad food. They're no good for you. Surround yourself with people who are actually going to encourage you every single day to do good at what you are focused on and at least support you throughout your entire career within this deal. And the last thing is the law of the lid. We all have lids. Like Theo said, I wasn't the best when I started with this deal. Today I definitely feel like I'm still not the best. I have a lot more to learn, but there's one of two ways you could get the job done here. Either work harder at what you're doing or get better at the same thing. Thank you guys.